Gratitude is one of the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. If you're feeling off or not at peace or worried or just kind of like not in my body, and that's what's been happening lately. Clients will ask me, when I start tapping, when I start a new self-care routine, why do I not feeling normal? Why do I not feeling right? And that's exactly what's happening with me right now. I've been meditating for 5 days and doing this tapping video every day this is my day 5 on a row, Facebook Live, or maybe you're watching it on YouTube, maybe it's a YouTube video now. And so something is shifting, and what I want to do is I want to run away from it, and I want to just go back or pretend it's not there, or do something nice or say something nice. And it's fascinating how changes sometimes look like things are getting worse, and it feels like I'm not in alignment, or I'm not in my body almost, right? And I honestly don't have an answer. Now, what I do know, and what I do know for sure, is that gratitude is one of the things that will shoot me out just about from anything. And so what I decided to do today, I decided to write down 100 things I'm grateful for. And we did a tapping round this morning with my business BFFs. We have this meeting every month. We get together, we set the goals, we kind of our accountability partners. And today we decided to tap a little bit, and it was very powerful. And we'll tap together into the gratitude. But I wanted to share with you what I've done to kind of help me move through this momentum. Because here's the truth, guys. Every time you don't feel right? You don't feel normal, or you don't feel comfortable, that actually is a good thing. It means the limiting belief coming out, something is shifting, something is changing. Now, what happens very often, people get defensive, people get into the old pattern. Either it's the one of sadness or guilt and blame, or anything else that they are familiar with, right? Feeling good is hard. Feeling good is not something that we're used to. And now as it becomes our new normal, our body is getting used to this new way of being. So I wanted to share with you guys what I've done. So this is literally 100 things that I sit down and wrote that I'm grateful for. And I'll share a few with you just for fun. But I wanted to encourage you to do this exercise, especially if you kind of like not feeling right, if something is off, or you feel gloomy, you feel lazy, you feel procrastinating, doing your work. If anything or everything is going on the way that you want to shift out of it, gratitude is a great exercise. And here's the truth, guys. This took me like 15 minutes to write down 100 things. Now, what's important when you do this exercise, guys, is do it with feeling, right? So what does it feel? So it's absolutely simple, absolutely something that is normal, but we take for granted. And the second that we stop for a second and feel grateful for it, everything changes, right? You just feel, oh my gosh, I have so much to be grateful for. And whatever I'm to do next, it'll just bring more of that feeling, right? So the fear is starting to collapse, especially if you work on a business project, especially you're launching a new program or a new course, especially if you are creating something that's new, right? So the fear just starting to disappear. And so here's a few from my list, things that I'm grateful for. So cup of tea, clean water, my car, Rachel Cook, Sweet Spot Mastermind, Ernie, my husband, my kids, my ability to read, fast EFT, meditation, eggs, Christmas tree, Tao, candle, Pearland, Sophie, Vicky, Chess, my mom, green blouse. And it goes on and on and on for 100 things. And it was a really great exercise to do, because it lifts you up like almost momentarily. You start seeing things from a different perspective. You start accepting where you are. And it's not necessarily that you just feel super happy and super excited and everything back to normal, but you feel more accepting, which I think almost is better than feeling happy, right? Because happiness comes and goes. But how do you embrace times of change? How do you embrace times when you feel your emotions and being okay with this? So this is one of the things that I do. And even when I start working with a new client, very often I'll ask her to, for every day for 7 days, I'll give her a homework assignment to send me 5 things she's grateful for every single day. And I'll ask her to do it in a specific format. So tell me what you're grateful for and tell me why you're grateful for it. And I think it's really profound. And last year I actually did a 30-day gratitude challenge where every day for 30 days I wrote down 10 things that I'm grateful for. I started my day with this. And just so many amazing things started from there. And so I want to encourage you guys to do this exercise. I think it's a lot of fun. It doesn't take a lot of time, but it shifts your energy almost momentarily. And let's go ahead and do a quick round of tapping so we can tap in. Oh, hey, Sandra, how you doing? Gorgeous. So we can tap into this energy, and so we can allow yourself, you can allow yourself to do things that are nice for you, that are kind for yourself. And so what I want you to do, guys, just simply close your eyes and just kind of drop into your body. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And feel what's coming up, guys. There's no wrong to feel. No, that's a safe place to feel your feeling. It's a safe place to process it. It's never right or wrong. It is what it is, and it's good to accept it. You know, for hundreds of years in our society, we've never been taught this skill, right? How to feel fully. This is the strongest thing you can do. We've been taught the opposite, right? Say, well, toughen up, you know, don't be a little girl, don't cry. No. The strongest thing you can do is to feel your feelings, right? So go ahead and feel it, guys, and we'll tap. Ready? Even though I don't feel comfortable, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though something is shifting and it doesn't feel right, I love and accept myself anyways. Even though I'm afraid, I feel guilty, I feel like I'm not myself anymore, and I feel it might hurt my marriage because I think my husband's trying to freak out. I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself. I want to learn how to feel my feelings. I want to learn how to be present with them. I want to learn how to be grateful for them. It's safe for me to feel my feelings. I welcome them. I accept them. It's a good thing to do. There's no right or wrong feelings. It's safe to feel what you feel. It's safe to process it or just to be with it. Whatever it is, it actually is a good thing. So if I don't feel comfortable, then I'm leaving my zone of comfort, which is exactly what I want to do. But so often, the second we step outside our zone of comfort, freak the hell out of ourselves. Step right back in. Well, that's not going to be us. We are on this gorgeous meditapping journey. And even though we are only on day 5 and things are already heating up, we choose to continue. Choose to move forward, closer to our souls. And even though it will be scary and difficult, I choose gratitude. I choose to stay present. More importantly, I choose to stay true to myself. Whatever that means, I choose to be honest and grateful and in love with what is. I'm struggling, and I love that. I don't know if I'm doing this right, and I love that. Whoops, the lights went off. Hang on, guys. The lights went off, and I love that. I release and let go of everything else, or not, and I love that. It's safe for me to be. It's safe for me to feel. It's safe for me to take the next step. It's safe for me to move forward, even toward things that think big and scary and new and different and difficult, just to see it different. I have amazing tools that I choose to use. The one of tapping and gratitude. I'm starting to feel something beautiful is emerging. And it's scary because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my signature program, Tap into Love method, that I'm working on right now. Maybe it's something else. But I'm ready to serve on a different scale. I'm ready to play bigger. I'm ready to embrace my gifts. I'm ready to step into my power. And that means better self-care. And that means being a better leader for myself and the people I lead. I allow myself to do those things, to experience those things. And it's safe to let go of everything else. Go ahead, finish tapping, grab your wrist, and deep breath. And breathe out, just kind of shake your shoulders, move your shoulders, take a deep breath. One more. Breathe out. Go make that 100 things list, or 5 or 10 or 20, whatever that is. Enjoy it, feel grateful, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 6. Bye. Thank you for joining.